I guess a part of me always wondered, what's your name? Who are you? Where are you going? I made up a story for you, but of course I always knew all I could go off of was my perception of you. Because the many times I saw you, you never saw me.
One, two, one, two, three. I wish I was strong. Would have known from the start, instead of waiting so long to reveal what's behind.
Because we can never really see inside of other people's minds, and so like the closest we can ever come, unless we're like actively having conversations with them, is like what they show through their self-expression.
Everyone's gonna have a different opinion about it, so it really is like completely unimportant. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, like hair is in the eye of the beholder.
We always see each other from the outsides. I think it's interesting that like even if we do absolutely nothing to our hair, it's still gonna look like a statement of some kind, whether we intend it or not.
I feel like it's one of those things that's like so random, but it means so much to people.
I think people put too much focus on it. It shouldn't be too important, like it's not the most important thing. Like there's too much focus on like looks overall, and I feel like hair is like a big thing. So yeah, if you feel good about your hair, and like if I feel good about my hair, I'm like great, good day, yay. But it's also like not like the most important thing. Like I often still have good days even when my hair looks bad, so.
In the end, I think we're all kind of shooting for like to be okay with whatever you were born with. My constant journey is like, do I accept my hair as it is? Because I actually like really like my hair is so conflicting to me because it's never looked the way I want it to.
Teenagers. One second they're on your lawn, the next second they're climbing down your chimney. And what do they care about? Hair. All they care about is this silly little thing that grows on your head. You cut it, it grows. You cut it, it grows. They care about blondes, brunettes, redheads. All they care about is hair. And you know what people say? Oh, it's just hair. It'll grow back. It'll grow back. It's just vanity. Well, it's how we salons stay in business. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. I mean, they say it's not that deep, but if it weren't so deep, I'd be out in the Caribbean fishing for crawfish.
Sorry, is this Judy's salon? Look, I'm real sorry, but I just want my hair cut. I didn't know anything about the spontaneous dishes. I have a hairy situation.
Hun, don't we all? But unfortunately, the only hairy situations I care about are the ones where clients make appointments.
Fine, what's your name? Judy? Okay, fine, Judy. I guess I'll just go to a barber.
Oh, no, darling. There's no need to do that. Let's just get you seated right there.
Maybe it's kind of simpler, like than I like previously thought, because it's like a part of like us. Like it's not something like fashion or eyeshadow or nail polish colors or something like that, where it's like choosing like a form like outside of yourself of like expression. For my hair, it's like, it's something that I was born with, and I feel like choosing to cut it is kind of more of a, I don't know, just a bigger thing, because it's like a part of yourself more. But suddenly you're making this decision to cut your hair off for whatever reason, whether you're trying to get rid of, like, because they say hair holds memories, if you're trying to get rid of something that's been held in the hair, or if you're just ready for a change. But it's like more of a like big decision because of that.
So, I mean, I think it's a real more of a part of your body than a lot of people acknowledge. And I don't know, I shaved my head, or I buzzed my head last year, and I didn't like the way it looked, and it, you know, kind of changed me, like my perception of myself. The way I perceived my appearance, and how that changed the way I acted and my confidence and overall my view of myself. And I think that could be true for anyone. But I think that I was able to build confidence by having to be without hair.
Well, what do you think?
Oh my god, I feel like a changed woman.
Funny how that works, right?
And I guess one day I got sick of only imagining who you are, and only wondering why you might cut your hair. And, you know, I told myself, what if?
Part of character. It says so much about a person.
Hi,
Hey?
you cut your hair.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've been admiring you from my window. Not like that, not like that.
Oh.
Why'd you cut it?
Well, I guess I've just been thinking a lot about hair recently and about how it has to do with our vanity and like why people care so much about hair. And I had longer hair, obviously, which I guess you've seen, but I don't know, I didn't really feel like myself and I just wanted to take the weight off, and now I feel a lot better.
Well, I think it looks really good. I'm Earl, by the way. Earl Grey.
I'm Jasmine. The hairdresser was kind of weird though. Like really weird. Really?
So, can I cut your hair? Maybe next time.
But there's no use in talking. You made up your mind.
What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think about hair?
So, it's like fashion, you know, like when you care about your hair, it's like, this is my appearance, and this is how people like me, see me, like, I don't know what I'm saying. But
So you think it's like a society thing?
yeah, you can style it literally however you want.
Action.
Okay, so why is hair important to you personally?
Hair like symbolically or hair as in hair crew?
Hair symbolically first, but let's go to
Okay,
hair next.
that's a big question. I don't know. I mean, obviously self-expression.
Yeah.
I love it. It says a lot about you. Hot take, I think everyone looks better with like their natural hair, like pattern.
I
and
agree.
Color also. I don't know. Symbolically.
It's such a thing, you know, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of, it's making a statement in a way that I feel like shouldn't be a statement, you know? Like, it's just what you're doing with yourself.
Yes.
I guess the way it frames your face and makes you look different, and the way you have it on your head represents something about yourself.
I don't know, because it makes them feel good. Like, it's like, I don't know, if your hair looks good, you feel good. At least that's like what my experience is.
Which, like, in terms of society is kind of sad, but I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hair crew, I think I love being on hair crew because for me, going on stage with this is like, I feel so much more confident when I look good. Which I already kind of said, but I seriously think that's such a huge part of it. Like, making people look good is like one more thing they don't have to worry about. When people did my hair, I would just like appreciate it.
Why do you think people care so much about hair?
That's like a society question, I feel like. feel like it's been a huge cultural thing for like thousands and thousands of years. And I think it means something different to every culture, kind of. Like, sometimes it's beauty, sometimes it's like survival, like I watched this documentary where like they were talking about how slaves would cornrow like rice into their hair when they would like run away from, like, their hair was about survival, and then sometimes it was like about being pretty, I guess. Which is like, everyone likes to feel pretty, I feel like.
Indigenous cultures, it's kind of something that's more like they never cut their hair, and it's so interesting that we have kind of this idea that every time like something like traumatic happens, or like, oh, like you need a new start, it's like cut off your hair or something like that. We've gotten so much of this like belief from like indigenous traditions, like the importance of hair, but it's been so like twisted and morphed into something like completely different, like that type of vanity around it. But then we twisted it into something like, this is like what makes me pretty, or this is what makes people pretty.
Why do you think people care so much about hair?
It's just like a constant maintenance project, and I think it just like keeps us busy and keeps us from thinking about anything else.
Why do you think?
Well, because literally any hair you can do, it's like you can wear any clothes.
Yeah, it's like a personal expression
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think hair is a form of vanity?
Hair can be a vehicle for vanity. Like, it can make people vain.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that like it's such a thing to be self-conscious of, like, oh, my hair is looking a certain way. Yeah, it's definitely.
I think it's good to care about your hair, but I think it could definitely be destructive in some instances. I think maybe I care too much about my hair sometimes.
It's important because it's like, you know, it's an accessory. It's you can style it, you can express yourself with it.
It just takes our like mental space away from things that actually matter. And I think there's something beautiful about like feeling beautiful or like feeling confident and all of that, but I think that it's this feeling of like having to constantly keep up.
Yeah, it's people's perceptions of what are with your hair is going to be so different than what you see it as. So I don't know. That's all my thoughts.
I was like,
Well, you kind of look like Dora.
I would shine through this tunnel to the light on the other side, and I would break down.
Any day now.
So you could